the channel that I stole that video from. I had a countdown video, so people on the podcast don't even know because you didn't have to sit through it at 5 minutes. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. I didn't fool you. I actually am going to talk about what's in the title and the thumbnail. So it's good you're tuned in. But on the other hand, it is a battle for me wondering how to get people engaged, how to get people here. So I was going to talk about my idea for a multi-level marketing scheme, which I think you guys might be interested in. So I do have news about Andrew Tate. I'll go over it and we'll make a YouTube short because people say we should do that for content. And then I'll show you guys that news. In addition to that, we might talk a little bit about philosophy. Well, I'll clue you guys in on this multi-level to let you know how multi-level marketing can work. And actually, Andrew Tate might have been doing some kind of multi-level marketing. He had some kind of a man cult going on. So, but I'm not sure if people, I'm not sure about how the story is going, actually. I know there are people still defending him, but it's becoming very difficult because the things he said. And so the latest thing I'll show you. So you guys have what's in the title. I have an interview coming up on Friday, which should be major, where we get to talk to somebody who was involved in January 6th and is going to jail for it. So that should be a very controversial figure. A very controversial figure will be joining me for this show. It looks like confirmed for this Friday. So that's one of the reasons we have to set up the multi-level marketing, is so that we can interview people that you guys want to hear from, because we want to hear from people sometimes. Ask people questions. Like we maybe need to talk to, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, it'll be a surprise. But stay tuned to this channel and then recruit people. That's what we're going to do as part of the multi-level marketing, is you're going to recruit people to come and watch the show. Okay. And then you're going to get paid for it. And then you'll have a team of people who are also recruiting other people to watch the Lift the Veil show and give donos. And you're just raking in the cash, and eventually just quit doing whatever else it was you were doing. So I have a real plan. And the other thing you guys have to be aware of, well, we have to explore in general the potential of artificial intelligence in our lives, because you might be able to do things like write a book if you want to now with help from, you can write. There are like lots of different things that people are leveraging this new technology for. And then I'll talk to you about the dangers of automated technology, like self-driving cars. Even though I think self-driving cars are the future, I'll show you. They just released some content about one of the Teslas that crashed, trying to do a fancy move in automatic self-driving mode. So do you want the self-driving car? Do you want the off button, the override? I think they say they're going to put that in cars. You know, they're trying to put it in an override, right? Where they can shut down your car remotely if they think you're a terrorist, or maybe they have to do it for safety reasons. They could just shut down your car. That's what they want to do. That's the kind of control. That's the kind of control the government wants over your life. Genuinely. They basically want to be able to, they want to be the one to tell you whether it's okay to do something or say something or even think something. So, and that's the truth. But the driving part is just part of it. But yeah, self-driving cars, it is something that's going to happen. AI is starting to take over. We're having what's called the fourth turning, which people have predicted. So where there's going to be a lot of destruction, what they call creative destruction, which to a lot of people feels like poverty. And then there will be the new age, the new AI age. Are you ready for it? Do you have a human? Do you go to get fast food still? You shouldn't. I mean, it's okay once in a while, right? Don't beat yourself up, but it's not good for you. And if you're going to do like In-N-Out, where the food is at least kind of real food. Yeah, that's part of our university, which we started. So, and you can join the university, and then, like I said, you can recruit people to join the university. So we'll talk about the multi-level marketing idea too. All of that and more, and phone calls on this Lift the Veil show. Okay, cue musical intro on this Lift. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is, joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. And I bring you the news, the real news. Yes. Someone in the chat says, I really hate when my favorite channels start taking me hostage with the long music countdowns. Please tell me this was just a test or something, Nathan. Yes, it was a test, actually. No, actually, to be completely honest with you, the entire premise for today's show was a test. So I thought I'd see how it would go if I did something, if I just made the title completely arbitrary on YouTube, at least. Just says you have to see this, right? Like, because who knows what the hell that's about. I put a picture of Andrew Tate, and it's not clickbait because it is really interesting. I thought I'd see what happened. What if I make this title, and then with the thumbnail, I didn't want to get too creative with it, because I want to test out the title without too much influence from the thumbnail. So I use, if you notice in my thumbnails, it's the same picture of me, right? Every time. And I used to not even do a picture of me, but now I do a picture of me because then people know what they're going to get. I think. I just noticed that's what like Viva Fry does. It's just a picture of him. And also Russell Brand, Tucker Carlson, whatever. It's them, right? I used to do a picture of something else, not me. So I started testing this other strategy, right? Where I put me, right? As if people care. Because, like, who knows? Like, who is this guy? But then, like, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see me. And I'm going to talk about Andrew Tate. And yeah, I thought I'd see how many people would tune in by the time I was done with the countdown, basically. So yes, it was a test. Yes, I might not do it again. And I appreciate your feedback. And I've been reading the comments. As part of the multi-level marketing scheme, which some people call a pyramid scheme, because it does work like a pyramid. But as part of the multi-level marketing scheme, you would get rewarded when you get new subscribers and stuff for my channel, or if you got somebody to leave a comment, for example. These things are currency. When you leave a comment, I should be paying people to leave comments on my videos. Because you know what? When people do that, YouTube thinks, oh, maybe this video made the person comment. And that's why it used to be great to have the thumbs down button. When I made really controversial content, the thumbs down button was great because I'd get a bunch of thumbs down. And YouTube is like, oh, this is great. People are engaging. I was like, go ahead, engage. So I'd pay you for engagement. Like if you recruited people who engaged, you'd just get paid in like micro payments. You might have to buy an NFT. There's two versions of it. There's one NFT crypto version where you buy an NFT. I'll tell you guys how it works. First of all, if you want to, I have a few different things on my mind today. If you want to support the show, like I have a few goals. One is for me to make more money than my wife. And the only talent I feel like I seem to have is making content like this. So that requires that I beg for donos. So, which makes me a grifter, kind of, right? Like I guess everybody is. I'm having one on my show in the nicest way possible because I guess it's what I am. I ask people to donate money to me on the internet because they don't monetize my videos. If they monetize my videos, I wouldn't necessarily have to ask. Or if I had a generous sponsor or a benefactor, I might not have to try so hard. And maybe I wouldn't. It's the truth. People are motivated by a couple of things: money and fame. And fame can also be social currency. I sometimes fight the thing where it's looking for the fame part and social currency. Like I've done things like delete videos because they were getting too many views. I've done that before. That's not normal. Anyway, if you appreciate the show. Oh, and my other motivation is to get good guests. So I have to be popular. Like people have to know who Lift the Veil is. So you're going to be out there making TikTok videos and recruiting new people to the Lift the Veil show. And then we can get good guests. And it'll be like it'll be what they call a virtuous cycle. You find more viewers, they find more viewers, the show gets better, I make more money, you make money, you get to quit your job and just rely on donos to lift the veil because you'll get a cut as an earner. First, you have to become a member at buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. Okay. This is how the multi-level marketing scheme works. Just in case you haven't gotten a pitch before for multi-level marketing, which some people call a pyramid scheme. You become a member at buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. That unlocks, you immediately become an earner. Okay. This is how it works. I'll explain to you. You decide if it sounds good. $7 a month is the first level. But there will be other levels that are more where you get a bigger cut. Okay. There's two versions. One, you buy an NFT that makes you an earner. And then you convince other people to buy NFTs too. But this is without the NFTs because there's so more people can get along with it. You become a member early, like now, like early. To get in on it, you become an earner. You get a QR code and a link. You get people to subscribe to my channel and you get rewarded for it. Like as soon as somebody uses your link or QR code to go to the YouTube and watch my show, they're yours forever. You own them. Okay. You own them. If you do, you're at the top of the pyramid in this case. You own them. You get rewarded if they participate in the live chat, if they subscribe to the channel, if they comment on the channel, you get rewarded, and you get rewarded more the more you're whichever, depending on which level you sign up for it. Okay, so you could do $7 a month, then you get 20% of like super chats. So then you automatically are going to get 20. Anybody that you own that signed up because of your link, you're going to get that. And then as soon as they become a member, you get the 20% every month from their membership cost. And 5% of anyone they get to sign up, anyone they sign up, the people that just joined. So then they have their own team of people that they're trying to convince to give super chats, right? Because they're making out on it. And it feeds itself, and it's good because it's a good show that people should be commenting on and leaving a thumbs up. And it just motivates people. So it motivates people. That's how multi-level marketing works. I got a pitch once to get involved in a multi-level marketing scheme. People still do it. I don't think it's illegal. I don't have the technology to implement what I just said, but it's not even crazy. You can make TikTok videos. All you have to do, like I make the content, right? And then you do the work for me and I pay you. That's how things should be, right? So you go out and you do the work. You say, oh, Nathan was really interesting. I'm going to make content that's going to go viral and get Nathan some subscribers. And then all you have to do is get 5 people to become members. And then your membership is free. And then you're just, after that, you're just collecting money anytime somebody gives a super chat and stuff. So then you just convince people. Say, oh, you haven't done a super chat recently, etc. And then you benefit from it. And I make the content. So it's a good product, right? People are going to like it, right? Right. So you refer people and then it's all good. There's nothing wrong with it. That's multi-level marketing. So that's where we're going to open up in our new version of reality. And you can do it with cryptocurrency too. You could do it with NFTs, kind of. So I don't know what you guys think about that. I was working, Spaldo says, I need a PowerPoint presentation first. Okay. What's weird is there's AI. There's an AI that makes slideshows. And I used it just the other day. I don't know which program I used though. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, I worked with the AI on the business plan, but the AI is kind of jammed up right now. The Chat GPT. No shit, seriously. I'm thinking about working on it. Like I have an idea for a TV pilot. I'm thinking about working on it with the AI because I don't, and maybe a book too, if I wanted to. If I ever wanted to write a book about like my life or what it's like to be a huge success on YouTube, then I could tell the AI, and then I could tell it, oh, write in the style of Hemingway, or something. Now, eventually, the one thing is about people like me and live streamers is that the AI is going to be able to learn a lot about us. So basically, it's already guaranteed in a way that I am going to live forever because somebody will be able to take my content and feed it to learning intelligence, which can learn how to behave like me pretty much, especially with all of the data that it would have. Especially anybody who talks a lot, it would have a lot of data to feed off of. The only thing I don't know for sure is how it knows when I'm being sarcastic. That's the only thing I don't know for sure. Like if the AI can figure it out, because sometimes I say things that are the exact opposite of what I mean, the exact opposite. And I expect people to be able to pick up on that, but I'm not sure about the AI and the capability about that, and the capabilities to understand sarcasm or irony. But there is a slideshow. Let me see if I can make it for you and I can show you. It's called Chat BCG. Let's see if it'll make me a slide. A multi-level marketing scheme to get donations to lift the Veil YouTube channel. Okay. Oh, it's asking me for, it's giving me this. It says I have to register for an account. Let's see. Oops. I'm going to see if I can show you how this slideshow works. Sure. Due to very high demand, all of these guys have very high demand. Damn, it's not coming up for me. See, this is the only thing, is the AI is overloaded with people trying to use it. They've reached account limits, it says. So I can't show you, but I could make a slideshow. Like there is an AI that makes slideshows. And I was going to do one. I was going to do a PowerPoint presentation for you guys to show you how it all worked. It's great though. If you're at the top of the pyramid, it's the same way sexual exploitation pyramid schemes work. Like what pyramid schemes, I know some people will tell you like pyramid schemes are actually good. Some people will, I've seen that argument before, that pyramid schemes aren't even necessarily bad. People say Bitcoin is a Ponzi or a pyramid. Well, I guess, like depending on how you look at it, it does depend on more people buying more Bitcoin for the price to go up. So that's true. But in that sense, almost everything is some kind of a scheme. Everything is some kind of a scam, right? Like it's this video. You could argue I scammed you here just to plug my donations link and my t-shirts. Like check this one out. This t-shirt is so cool. I'm wearing the baseball version, but it's cool because of what people appreciate it. Some people, the right people, appreciate it, and it's subtle. So you can get that at truthclothing.io. That's our website. And that's the other thing is like you get a referral link for Truth Clothing and you can plug it right on your socials. That's all we need. So what you do as part of the Hustle University, you get other people to work for you, do the work if you can. Let other people do the work, or if you're doing the work, make sure you get most of the benefit from the work. So like I do this work, at least there's nobody else taking a cut except for buymeacoffee.com, which is cool. We appreciate them. They take a small portion of my earnings, but that's who you want to be. You want to be the middleman, kind of like the guys at Airbnb. They don't even own any real estate. They just make money off other people doing all the work. And they just take a little tiny bit. So that's good work if you can get it. If you can get other people to do your advertising for you, that's good. And I think Andrew Tate really had that. I mean, God dang it. I try to keep track of the popular culture. Okay. And because of that, I've been looking at YouTube shorts to see what videos come up. And I swear, like every video is Andrew Tate. It's all kinds of different things. He gave the kind of advice he gave to men was like not to get married, that if you're 35 years old, you're at your peak and you should not settle down and you should have as many women as possible. I mean, it was like this player fantasy where that's fulfilling, and is probably going to end up with you getting accused of rape, pretty much. So I'll make my YouTube short. Let me see. I have a YouTube short for Andrew Tate followers. When you get accused of rape, oh no, I have to set it up. I have to have the screen ready because I have to compete at the same place Andrew Tate is. All right, so we'll try one more time because you know what you can do is then you take it takes this frame of it, then it goes on YouTube, and you can only do a minute. So I don't know. I haven't timed this out yet, and I have to make sure to plug my Hustler University. Okay, Andrew Tate followers. When you get accused of rape by one of your hoes because you've been following Andrew Tate's advice, this will happen. Do not send them a WhatsApp message saying, I love raping you. Okay, we cover this at my Grifter University in the 101 classes, how not to send incriminating messages to your hoes after they accuse you of rape, which is probably what's going to happen. Okay. And like I said, this is all covered in my class. Do not leave incriminating voice messages like this one.
That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this fucking planet. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't fucking pass out. Chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ. I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Don't leave messages like that. Okay. And if you want to hear more, go to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil, become a member, and you can get more life advice like that. So, okay, that was my YouTube short. We'll see how it does. I'll chop it out. I don't know if I got in a plug for everything, but no, that's serious though. I'm serious. If you're going to have some hoes, if you're going to have a bunch of hoes, okay, one of them is probably going to accuse you of something, whether you did it or not. Okay. In this case, I think Andrew Tate kind of probably, it's not funny. It's not even funny. And I'm not saying the girls shouldn't have known better. I'm not saying that. And it's what Andrew Tate said too. What did Andrew Tate say? I don't want to get accused of rape. He said he had to leave the UK to go to Romania because he didn't want to get accused of rape because he'd already been accused of rape. And apparently the person who accused him of rape, he said he liked raping her. So that is something I totally cover. Do not say incriminating things to your hoes ever, even if you think they might like it, because they might turn on you. And if you are going to rape them, it's better not to have more incriminating evidence for the authorities. So that was what Andrew Tate said. I hope the audio okay? Yeah, he said that. He goes, I am the smartest man on the planet. And then he's like, what do you mean you didn't like me choking you? What's wrong with you? I'll play it again. Did the sound okay for a YouTube short? I might have had it in echo for a second. I only muted the sound halfway through. Audio was good? Okay, good. Jelena says, we don't have a woman. See, I have to recruit Jelena to give life advice for women. Who says, don't date women who want you to hurt them. Yeah, that's a good point. Don't date women who want you to hurt them. Yeah, that's good too. Because even if that's what they want, eventually they might use it against you. That's the thing. Even if she says she likes it. I mean, that's real advice. Is like, even if a girl says she really likes it and wants you to hit her, probably a good idea not to do it. And probably to choose another hoe, choose another female to hang out with. That's probably good advice. If the girl wants you to hurt them, there might be something going on. And the problem is, even if they tell you they like it, like let's say that's what happened in Andrew Tate's case. Let's say she wanted it. Okay, I'm just saying, theoretically. Let's say she likes that kind of talk. It's like all fantasy. Okay, just for sake of argument, it's all fantasy. Girls all secretly have rape fantasies, right? That's what they say. Don't say it on their WhatsApp still. And as a matter of fact, probably don't mess around with that because you'll get in trouble. They'll use it against you eventually, especially if you have lots of money and stuff from guys going to your university. But I'll play the whole message of these voice notes that were sent to a woman who accused him of rape in in the UK. Okay, I'll play this clip. And he might, like the charges that he actually has against him now, he might not be found guilty. I'm not saying he will necessarily. I'm saying I'm certainly never, and since the beginning, I'm not going out of my way. Since I found out the kind of industry I was involved in, I was like, wow. And there's an analysis of this, okay? I've been thinking about it quite a bit. So let me play these audio messages he left and say, again, as part of my university, we teach you not to do this. Okay.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. Turn me on. Why am I like that? Why? I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get fucked by me. Would you rather me pin you down and make you do things you didn't like, or would you rather fuck? You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this fucking planet. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't fucking pass out. Chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ. I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
All right. So anyway, those are the messages. So that's the latest news. I don't know if people are still interested though, but I will tell you, it keeps coming up. I mean, you can't go on. I don't know how it is on TikTok because I don't really go on there, but YouTube Shorts. Yeah. It's interesting the kind of that's where stuff goes. Do you guys watch those YouTube Shorts? I'll put mine out. I haven't had one go viral or anything yet. But I'll tell you the people that do. It's like Kanye West. Lots of stuff with Kanye West. Even him saying stuff about the Jays. It's allowed somehow. This black guy talking to black women. This guy who talks about how much money he has and how women aren't good enough in certain ways. And he like dunks on them. There's that black guy who shows up. Then in fact, it's a lot of black guys. That seems to be what I get, which, well, maybe it's because that's why the thing about the short video things is they're figuring you out. They use an algorithm. So if you watch then, so I get like Dave Chappelle but Andrew Tate over and over and over again. And he gave weird advice. I mean, he gave advice to have like a stable of hoes. That was his advice, which I'd say, I think you probably should hook up with one person and try to make it work out. As far as I can tell, that seems like the best advice I can give is hook up with one person, try to make it work out. They might not be perfect, but neither are you, right? And it shows like with arranged, like this is my thoughts about it, is like arranged marriages are happier than people who find their mate and like find their soulmate or whatever. Because maybe their families know what they're doing, I guess. And also because the success of a marriage like just depends on whether people want to make it work out or not. And the problem is like people leave or they quit. They're like, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore or whatever. In a lot of cases, you should. Like, that's the other problem. You should have limits and you shouldn't put up with bullshit. So that's the problem. But it's very difficult to give people advice. Jordan Peterson does it. There's an article about it in the Telegraph today. But I just was noticing like how many people are famous for giving advice. And even like Joe Rogan gives lots of bro advice, right? And Joe Rogan isn't perfect either. And I'm not. See, that's the only thing. I wouldn't give advice normally because I'm like, well, who wants to be like me? And doesn't it assume a lot saying that somebody wants to, that I have it all figured out? It assumes a lot, right? To be able to say, oh, I have it figured out. You should do X, Y, and Z. But seems like that's one way to success. So this is a story about it in the Telegraph. Young men are in crisis and nobody seems to care. And it has to do, it has to do with young men. Okay, so young men. That is not my target demographic. But for many people, it is. And the show is different when your target demographic is young men. But the things you talk about would be different if your target is young men. Why do young men want advice so bad? Well, there's this video from London where Reasoned asked a bunch of people what men are good for. I'll play that video. What are men good for? And this might be the reason why people are looking for advice. Young men are looking for advice from men that tell them things like Jordan Peterson says. Make your bed, like dress nice. I would say that too. Realize that people are not super sophisticated, like maybe not as they're not willing to see through things that you would think they would be willing to see through, like if you're late, if your shirt is buttoned wrong, if you don't have nice jeans on or whatever. People do notice, and sometimes especially girls notice certain things. They want you to appear like put together because people make judgments about you based on so people make judgments about this show based on the camera. Okay. Which is why I feel better about it lately because I figured out a better camera setup. But people make judgments about it. So with the better camera, people think that automatically that they're watching something that they should pay more attention to, even though it's the same idiot, right, who's telling you guys stuff, same person. Because it looks better, people are more susceptible to the brainwashing that you're getting, that you get with the show. But that's one thing is people are concerned about appearances. If you want to impress a girl, I'll tell you that, don't spend your money on a Rolex. Buy an Apple Watch. It's actually a great hack because rich guys will wear those Apple Watches and you can't tell. I mean, there are some that are better than others, but if you just wear one, people don't know. And they're only $300. A Rolex is like 10 grand or something, 12 grand. And girls don't really care about watches. They don't really care. They care whether you have money. And if they know watches well enough, they'll think you have money, but they might think you're an asshole. Just like people, like if you're driving a Ferrari, for example, guys are kind of into that, right? Girls don't really care about the car, but they do care that it looks like you have money. I mean, and there are some girls that are into it, but it's not as important as it is maybe to other guys. Like they're the ones noticing your wristwatch, for example. But if you wore expensive jeans, then a girl would notice. So I would save the money on your watch and buy expensive jeans and expensive shoes or nice shoes, because girls care about that more. That's all. They'll notice it more, and they know fashion. They don't know watches. So just a hint out there. And it's worthwhile to have nice clothes. It is totally worthwhile to have nice clothes that last, because you pay more for it, but it looks better. People might see it as a status symbol if it has a particular brand or whatever, but it looks better, lasts longer, looks good the whole time, saves you money in the long run. Buying premium, like nice clothes that last, like what we sell at Truth Revolution Clothing. Somebody said in the chat they've had their shirt 3 years from us and it still works. It still is cool. Yeah, we have nice shirts. We have nice premium shit. No joke. At truthclothing.io. Why do men want advice? Okay, here's a video. This is a video asking, what are men good for? Jelena says, I ask men to send me screenshots of their savings accounts. Well, that's what you would do, but it's gauche to do that, right? So like this would be my advice. Like on your Tinder profile, girls want to know without you showing off that you're financially stable, right? So they want the signs of that. So on your Tinder profile, say you'd love to travel. Just say that. Say, I love to travel. And if you can't do it, like take some pictures, different places, and post those up there, because that tells a girl a couple of things. It's like, oh, you have money, you have free time to spend, and you enjoy, and girls like travel, right? So just put it on your thing. Oh, I'd love to travel. Okay. It tells a girl a lot of things about you. Like I said, obviously you have money. If you didn't do that, even if it's not true, like, because guys, I don't know, some of them like that, but that's a good hack. Then they don't have to see your savings account. But Jelena says she'll just ask for a screenshot of your savings account, which is, at least going for it. But it is important.
What's a man good for?
What are men good for? Oh, not a lot, I don't think.
How's it going? My name is Jess and this is Reason. Today we're in Shoreditch in London asking people, what's a man good for? What's a man good for?
Oh God, I have literally no. I'm gay as a merry-go-round, and I always say I don't really form opinions on things I don't know enough about. So I'm probably going to skip that question.
What are women good for?
Everything.
What are men good for?
Nothing.
Do you think men are important in society?
Well, I guess I guess what traditionally defines men, the traditionally masculine areas of what people do. I think some of that may be important in society, but I think it's probably been overly prioritized in society. Like the masculine way of dealing with things is often more aggressive and more kind of,
Do you think it's a bad thing?
I think it often is a bad thing. I think it can be a bad thing. And I think probably we need less of it. We need a somewhat more traditionally feminine approach to quite a lot of the problems we have in the world.
What's a women good for?
Literally everything.
What are men good for?
Everything. But sometimes certain men can be shite sometimes.
What are men good for? Well, in terms of what? Like,
Just generally.
I don't know, I feel like if you're brought up right by strong people, mum, dad. I feel like men could be good for comfort, understanding, compassion, but then so can everyone else, you know.
What are women good for?
They're good for everything. So socially, you know, in communities, bringing together communities, in work, they bring a lot of diversity to work, different opinions. Lots of things.
Do you think toxic masculinity is a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's something that's conditioned into everybody to kind of have this idea of what masculinity is supposed to be, and to push that in a way that is toxic to people.
Do you think toxic masculinity is a thing?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you step into a club and you see a group of blokes trying to one up each other. It's like not a pleasant thing to experience. And like, as a man, that can be intimidating. So I can't really imagine how intimidating it must be for other people as well.
We're really bad. Men are really bad, right? We're annoying. What are the things that are bad about men? I'm trying to think. The toxic part, the part where they rape women, that's the worst part, really.
As much as
like Andrew Tate was some kind of role model, the worst thing about men, the worst thing is that they can be really like dangerous, much more dangerous than women. And that's why we don't like, the idea of them being in bathrooms and prisons and stuff with women, with actual women, if they say they're a woman. Because men can be, are more likely to kill you. That's true. But there are good qualities. And I think the good qualities are overlooked. So people are looking for men that say the good qualities that men have. Men are more willing to take risks. And honestly, if you look at the richest women in the world, all of them, without exception, are either heiresses or they were married to a rich guy. That's it. It's like the Bezos lady, the Gates lady, and then the Walmart daughters, basically. That's like the richest women in the world. So it does tell you something, And as far as like, it shows you something, right? Like men, obviously, what Tate said was that if you tell a woman, what Tate said, which everybody seemed to agree with, is that women are lazy. That's what he said, which is to say, he said, if you tell a woman that they can make $1,000 an hour, they'll work for 2 hours a week and be happy, right? Where if you tell a guy that, he'll work 80 hours a week and, buy a yacht or whatever, buy a bunch of stupid expensive cars, So that's the difference. So is that lazy, or is the woman actually just being practical? And it's like, well, what do I need more for? It is different though. They are different. There is something about men more than women that they want to dominate. But some women are like that too. Not everybody's the same. Some men have feminine traits, some women have masculine traits. But that doesn't mean there's no such thing as masculine and feminine, because there are. And there are two forces, right? People talk about logos. People talk about logos all the time. The word, right? The perfect male energy, which is Jesus, is the logos. But there is also a female version called Sophia. Sophia is wisdom. So, and some people look to the female version more. The creative energy is male. The word, logos, is male. But wisdom is a female thing. So, and is Sophia. So, and the two, they balance each other. Creative energy and wisdom. So, but it is true, men do have the creative energy for the most part, as far as that goes. like if you want to generalize. All right, let me check to see if anybody bought me coffees. Let's see how well my scheme is working. I have gotten a few members over at buymeacoffee.com. We refresh it. I had to bully people into giving me coffees yesterday. And I didn't give shout outs to Rockfin yesterday either. So let me give shout outs to Rockfin first. Thanks, Billy Pierce. I see your tip right there. Thanks for the tip, Billy Pierce. Thanks for the tip, RC Striker. And thanks for the tip, Vogan Filter. Over on Rockfin, the title for this show says sophisticated title, because Rockfin is where I have more sophisticated listeners for the show. YouTube is where people are less sophisticated on average, because people aren't willing to try as hard to go to alternative networks. There are people who've been commenting on my videos and they've said, "Oh, I missed you and I'm glad you're back." And so that's cool. I appreciate being back and I appreciate you watching. But in a way it hurts my feelings. Like I was around, but you just were here and I wasn't. I was somewhere else this whole time. But people lost track of me. For some period of time, people lost track. I disappeared. I didn't exist. I may as well. That's what happens when you get canceled from media, is you cease to exist in a certain sense. Like as above, so below. I have to tell people that more. As above, so below. And in a sense, like social media is above and below is the real world. Like somehow, in some ways, the real world is reflected by what happens on social media. So in some ways, the real world, like I didn't exist for some period of time. But now I'm back. I appreciate being back. Thanks, Rainier N. Rautenberg, who got 5 coffees. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Rainier N. Rautenberg. Thanks, Hobo Tommy, who says, ask the AI to draw yourself. It's pretty wild. Yeah, if you ask the AI to draw a self-portrait, it might give you an image. I haven't asked. Let me see. I'll ask. Maybe I'll ask. I asked the AI to make eggs because I was thinking of an NFT project that was egg themed, since eggs are going to the moon. You should be, maybe you should be hoarding eggs right now. There's some kind of egg shortage. So I had the AI make NFT eggs that looked rich. That's what I wanted it to do. But it just gave me eggs. I was hoping it would give me eggs dressed up. Like I wanted an egg dressed up in a tuxedo for my NFT. Draw yourself. This is where you test to see if the AI has a soul when you ask it to draw itself. So does it have a concept of self? No. No, not really. It gave me an image of somebody. It looks like they're drawing themselves. I'm going to run out of credits. All right, I'll check my other coffees. Thanks, Hobo Tommy. Thanks, Fruit, who got 6 coffees. Says, I adopted 2 Mexican street chihuahuas this week. They love your show, Nate. Here are 3 cups of coffee from Franzi and 3 from Skip. Oh, that's cool. I had a chihuahua mix once. A chihuahua pug mix. They call it a chug. He was really cute. His name was Diego. It's cool to adopt chihuahuas. That's great, because chihuahuas, there are lots of them available for adoption. Chihuahuas and pit bulls. Like if you go to LA and you want to adopt a dog, you can get a chihuahua or a pit bull, because nobody seems to hold on to those animals. Thanks, someone who got 5 coffees, who says, please, Nathan, and Lift the Veil fall. So here's someone who's promoting themselves on Twitter, which I appreciate because they gave me 5 coffees. Says to follow twitter.com/memestreets2. I'll show it because this person paid for advertising on my show. This is how easy it is. This person paid for advertising. It says follow at twitter.com/memestreets2. Angela Power Disney gave a coffee, says, please rearrange the 3 pictures that break up your head. Says, thank you for the shout outs. Keep up the amazing work and also make money as men are providers. See, and she understands. I know that's like my goal is, and it's, I'm a long way from achieving it because my wife is successful and good at what she does. So she makes, more money than me, which is a problem that I'm trying to fix. But I'm doing something that has unlimited potential. We're just trying to unlock the potential with this show. Unlimited potential. Thanks, Louisiana Patriot Gal, who got 10 coffees the other day, who says, thanks for tackling the dangerous issues. I admire your courage. Thank you. See, that's the weird thing is I don't even think they're dangerous when I say it. I don't realize. To me, I'm just talking about stuff I'm interested in. But then you tell me it's dangerous. But I appreciate it. Thanks, Louisiana Patriot Gal, who got 10 coffees. That's really nice. That's really helpful. Makes it almost all worthwhile. So I can open up the phone for a second. I'll see if anybody wants to call in. And you can continue by dropping coffees at buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. And yeah, I can open the phone up for a second. 650-GAY-TAXI is the number. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I'll leave a link. Let's see. To support. So I'll have to figure out how to download this podcast. I had one person tell me that they didn't like the countdown at the beginning. So if I can run a poll. The countdown gives people time to tune in and gets more listeners tuned in for the live show. And the reason to maybe have more listeners tuned in for the live show is when they're more likely to buy me a coffee. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Nathan, it's Job.
Hey, what's up? Job for 9?
Those 5 coffees are for me for Meme Street.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's you who is Meme Streets S2.
Well, Meme Streets. Yeah,
sorry.
On Twitter
Meme
it's okay.
Streets 2 is what it is. Sorry, I said Meme Street S2. Meme Streets.
That's okay.
Meme Streets 2.
We just, if people can, maybe throw us a follow. We are, it's artwork, it's a combined venture with Miss Terry Bacon from D-Live Days.
Oh, really? Cool. D-Live Days.
Yeah.
D-Live Days. D-Live Days are over though, right? Officially. Now it's Cozy. Cozy took over for D-Live.
Well, whatever, but it's a combined effort. So yeah, we're like stickers and stuff, but mainly it's the artwork. The other thing I wanted to ask you is, do you write?
I do. Yeah, I have written some articles before on my Substack.
Well, no, because I have a television episodic serial sort of idea.
Me too.
Actually, but I don't know how to write it. So that's why I'm calling.
Well, we can work with the AI together. I was thinking about having the AI help out because it can write things. So you're trying to work on a pilot because I'm trying to work on a pilot too. Okay, well let's see how we can work with the AI. Do you know how to talk to me? I think
you'll love my pilot because it's very it's extremely marketable.
Okay, cool. Well, I have some contacts, but we have to come up with something good. So we'll have to figure out how to write it. But yeah, you can talk to me. Do you know how to reach me on Twitter?
No, can you tell me?
You can reach me on Twitter.
Yeah. I have you on Twitter.
Yeah,
total. Okay. Awesome.
That's cool.
That's it. Love
all right.
you.
All right.
I'll send another 5 coffees.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yes. We are all here for the coffees. Thank you very much. Yeah, the multi-level marketing is not even crazy. It wouldn't actually be a bad idea. Let's see if my YouTube short goes well. I'll make that after this video. You saw I recorded that YouTube short, or I had it in the middle of the show. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't know if people want to hear negative information about Andrew Tate. People are still defending him. But I mean, my God, what a piece of work. Hey, you're on the air.
Nathan, what's
Yeah.
up, man? It's Hobo Tommy.
Hey, Hobo Tommy, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I want to talk about I want to analyze your YouTube career here. You know, I think you're starting to get into overanalyzation territory.
Yes, I have that tendency to overanalyze everything.
Yeah, I think you're falling in the try hard trap. You know,
Okay.
I think people like you just the way you are. You know,
I see.
don't try to be like those other YouTubers.
Yes. Okay, no problem. So what would you like? What would you like me to go back to?
You know, man, I love your dry wit. I love your sarcasm. I love the news stories. I did watch a little bit of that panel show, and I noticed like a lot of the other successful guys who do the panel type situation, like Jim Bob does it and whatnot. Like they're like very specialized shows, you know, like they specialize in one subject. So I feel like that makes it. And then people call in and they debate. You know, it's either a debate show or it's like some type of like high level lecture or philosophy, very specialized.
Yeah, right. Which is cool. Like I'm into philosophy and stuff, but I called into that show, that Jim Bob show, and then I was debating with him, and then he like cut me off. So he didn't even want to debate, really.
Yeah. You know who else does the same thing is who's that Ethan Ralph guy on Cozy TV?
Right.
Dude, that guy streams for like 12 hours. And
I know.
All of his content consists of starting drama with other YouTubers.
I know, right? I know. That's one way to do it. That's one way to do things.
Like, how is that affecting you on an individual level? Like, it's turning you into a shitty person over time, right?
Yes, like one strategy one can have is to constantly go after people. And that's somebody like, I think like Mersh does that a lot. Owen Benjamin does it a lot. I mean, he's always attacking people, right? Joe Rogan or Ben Shapiro or whoever it is. Ethan Ralph does it all the time. I used to do it once on my channel. I once attacked people. So it's a strategy. It is a strategy, but it's not necessarily
occasional. You go first.
No, I didn't have anything else to say. You go ahead.
Like the occasional drama can be funny, but like these people, that's the basis of their content. And like when you're doing that for like 2-3 years every day, like what's it doing to you on a psychological level? Like now you're waking up every day. Like you gotta be like, you morph into your YouTube personality, right?
Mm-hmm. Who's you? Like,
I don't want to see
me.
Like
I am
Ralph,
morphing.
like,
oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I have conflicting agendas. Is one, I'd like to be an artist and do whatever the hell I want and talk about what I want and do the titles the way I want and have people deal with it and suck it up. Okay, that's one side of me. The other side of me realizes that I have to be successful somehow, right? So I have to do things that are commercially viable. So that's the two sides that I have that are constantly in a fight with each other. And so, I have the title of the show is kind of clickbait today, but it's to get people to tune in. And I need people to tune in, right? Like for the viability of the show, people have to tune in. So I have to figure out exactly. So I run tests and then your feedback helps and then I adjust and maybe the next show will be different.
I like it when you do the weird titles and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's the stuff that makes me tune in. But I'm probably not speaking for like 90%, 95%. 95% of the YouTube audience wants to see you turn into a degenerate drama queen. So you have to think about what target audience are you. Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if that's what you want.
I don't know. My target audience. Well, you're like my target audience because you give me donos and stuff. So how did you find out about the show?
I do. I thought the Rockfin live stream is really intuitive for like finding new people. So I just I was scrolling. I was like, oh, who's this guy? Funny title. And I started listening to you and I liked you. And that was almost a year ago. So Rockfin is a great platform.
That's good. Well, I'm still on there. So that's excellent.
Yeah, I like Rockfin.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good platform. I know there's issues with the payment and whatnot, but
no, it's cool. Actually, it's good payment because they pay in crypto. So it's totally fine. I mean, it's weird because if the price of the cryptocurrency goes down, then I don't get as much money as people donate, which is kind of annoying, but that doesn't happen all the time. So
let's take, I don't want to see you fall into that trap.
Thank you. I appreciate
Logan Paul and Jake Paul brothers,
but wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't it be good if I was famous and successful, or no? It wouldn't be good because of the way I did it, even though I was the same person.
I mean, I don't know. Would you suck a dick to be famous?
No, I don't think so. No,
okay,
not to be famous for sure.
Maybe that then that's a lot of people would, right?
I think so.
99% of YouTubers out there probably would.
I think people would probably. Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah,
that's a pretty gross
exactly.
way to put it.
I don't want I don't want to listen to people who would suck a dick to be famous. You know,
but that's most people. So
exactly, I don't want to see you turn into most people. That's the point I'm trying to make.
All right, I appreciate it. Well, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it.
And you got to stop that as above, so below. That came from Aleister Crowley.
It didn't come from Aleister Crowley. It came. I mean, people have been saying that since Egypt and stuff. As above, so below.
All right. Oh, that's right. Okay, the book is dead. Yeah, you're right. All right. I rescind.
So.
And then one more comment on the AI. Just type yourself. Don't type draw you don't waste credits on it. I was using the free AI, but I did get some type of hollow portraits. It was pretty interesting.
Cool. Yeah, the AI is. I need to get I would get a co-host that was AI once they have those available. So I need to program that. Yes.
All right, cool, man.
Well, all right. Thanks for the advice, Oko Tommy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Looking out for you, bro. Have a good one.
Thanks for supporting the show. See ya. Okay. I have somebody else who wants to call in. Now the phone is open. I have one person trying to call in who text messaged me. So I have to say that. I have to try to get that call. So if you call and it's not that, I know which person that is because I can see on the caller ID. Thanks for everybody who cares, though. I appreciate you guys care about me. I have a big interview coming up. It's very controversial, super controversial, I think, with Baked. Did I tell you guys? It's with Baked, who's going to jail. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Nathan, how's it going?
Hey, Zach, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I was really stoked to see, first time I've ever seen you come up on the computer. Isn't this live right now?
Yes, it's working. Yes, I am live right now on YouTube. So it's the first time you ever saw me come up live on YouTube. So something I'm doing is working then.
Yeah, well, I guess it was the timing. I do need to figure that out because each time I get on there and watch you, I see everybody commenting on the side, and I'm like, God, I missed it. I don't know how you sophisticated people do it.
You just you just have to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and then you should get the notification when I go live. And I go live at 5 or 5:30. It kind of varies.
Okay, it's hilarious. I feel like such a dinosaur sometimes. I still don't subscribe. I don't hit bells. I don't thumbs up stuff that I absolutely love. So
yeah, you have to. You have to. It's good for us. It helps me out. Every time you give a thumbs up, just think, oh, it helps me out. It makes more people want to see the video.
I get it. So are you really serious about that multi-level marketing thing?
Am I really serious about it? Well, it's impossible to implement, but if it was possible, I don't see a problem with it, actually. I mean, it's not a bad thing. But no, I mean, I would be serious if it was technically feasible, but it's not technically feasible. You'd have to put tracking information on people and then somehow like split. No, it's not practical. But if it was possible, yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's really not that crazy.
Well, it is funny because I've seen people do it once or twice in the past, and when I was listening, I'm like, he's being satirical, which I love your dry humor. I actually just sent you to a buddy of mine who was sending me some robot. We send each other robot videos, what the robots are up to,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, hey, check this guy out. I know him. He's very dry and satirical, and I think my buddy's watching you right now. He hasn't said a word since I sent the link.
Oh, cool.
Especially when you're going on about those guy advice. I bet you anything he's there listening. Because I was listening. I'm like, hey, I don't really need guy advice, but that's pretty damn good guy advice. Get your act together, be a slob, wear good shoes. My girlfriend totally does that all the time. She's like, look at you.
Yeah.
Are you going to go outside like that? I'm like,
they notice.
Yeah.
They notice.
They totally notice. And I love the way you're able to say girls like this, girls like that. There's some girl out there saying, oh my God, this toxic man is speaking directly about women.
Right.
I love it.
Good.
I love it.
Thank
and
you.
then I want to say also too, it's interesting. You were talking with some people about stories, pitches for movies and pilots and stuff like that. I would suggest you have a great voice for audio books. Have you ever done that?
See, I was thinking about getting into voice acting. Like I know somebody who's a voice actress who I used to do a show with me where we did a reading with AI where she played the AI. Anyway, she's really good, like really good, and has all the equipment and stuff. And she still says it's like really hard work to get, with voiceover work. I'd love to do it. I've done it before. When I was an actor, I got work doing voiceover work before, and it's amazing work. It's like, I'd love to do it. But I don't know how to break in. It's like, I don't know how to break in. Like they use for voiceover work. It's like 4 guys, you know what I mean? It's like 4 guys that do all the voiceovers pretty much. So it's kind of a cornered market if you're not famous, and then they'll use your voice if you're famous, but they don't necessarily use your voice otherwise. But I would love to do voiceover work. I mean, it's the greatest work on earth.
Well, for the first time, and the reason, that was real curious, I really don't understand how this is working. You're on the computer right now. You're obviously not talking to me. Anyway, I won't overthink it. Like you said, the YouTube people, sophisticated ones. There's a shirt right there. But no, I was going to listen to an audiobook. I was just kind of, up late, kind of bored. I started getting ready to put one on, but I ended up writing about 20 pages of movie. I've always wanted to write an Alien 3. I don't know what came after the second. Yeah, Cameron's, the first one and Cameron's one were the only, I can't even remember what Alien 3 was, but I think it was the prison one. It was garbage. So I wrote out a long old script, and while you're doing that, you're doing the voices, and I'm like, yeah, I could probably get Nathan to do this guy's voice, and I could get my girlfriend to do that voice stuff. Yeah, that was cool. Good conversation. And I might take you up, man. I might see if I can get a couple buddies. So try your multi-level thing, even if we exchange on money. It's still funny to directly talk about it because people are like, that's a scam, that's a scheme. But it's hilarious to have a guy going, I'm doing it. You need to join multi-level team. Hey.
Yeah. Oh,
all right, buddy. I'll let you
crazy. Thanks, Zach. All right. Good talking to you, man. See ya. That's cool. Yep. I'm not saying you want to be like me, but I can tell you some things. I have learned some things in my life. I have been through some shit, and I can tell people, like, I was fat before. I was a drug addict. I drank a shitload, everything, So, and I don't do any of that anymore. So really, I'm a success story in the sense that I was so fucked up before that it's amazing that this content is happening. So that is a success. And I could theoretically inspire people in that sense. But then I don't think of myself 100% that way. Yeah. I'm working on it though. We're working towards a goal together, all of us. And your comments, your thumbs up, And your coffees are what make it all possible. And I do read the comments and stuff. All right. That all sounded fine, right? Everybody sounded good? All right. So we'll see you guys at the next one. I have an interview coming up with Baked Alaska on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to ask him if he's a Fed, because everybody thinks he's a Fed. So we're going to find out for sure on this show on Friday. So, and then I'll try to come up with some content for you guys for tomorrow too. I'm checking my coffees just to see if anybody dropped any more. Basil and Syra, thanks. Says, I think your thumbnails are better than the AIs. Would you consider going back to them? No, it's not the AI that's making it. It's not the AI that's making the thumbnails. It's me. But you'd like it better without my face? Okay, I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll consider everything. I can change it for tomorrow. I can take this feedback. This is what's amazing. So I can take this feedback and I can implement it tomorrow. Like, because I'm a small business. I'm nimble. Someone bought 5 coffees and says, here are your 5 coffees. Orange Blossom bought 5 coffees. Says, blessings to you and your wife, Nathan. Thank you, Orange Blossom. Appreciate it. And okay, and that's it. All right, cool. We'll see you guys at the next one. All right, thanks for the support. And for now, that's what it is.